Well, hello there. You're in the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. We are keeping the reviews rolling for what has just been a damn good week of music. I am really excited to talk about this next collaboration. I'm pretty sure quite a few of you were looking forward to the release of the brand new project from Matt Sweeney and Will Oldham, aka Bonnie Prince Billy, entitled Superwolves. They released that on April 30th. This is the follow-up to their 2005 collaboration, Superwolf, which made a lot of waves, a lot of just remarkable musicians commenting on the unique style of the collaboration between these two. I know a lot of people were probably wondering if or when this would happen again. I was really excited when I saw that it was going to. Will Oldham, Bonnie Prince Billy, is probably just one of the best songwriters out there right now. Just a solid troubadour. He's got this ability to, just put you right there in the experience. These folk style character studies that he does so well. Good to My Girls is probably the finest example of that on this new record. He hangs a scenario there, a scene, and allows you to just interpret it and judge for yourself. Has a very objective way of writing, which I really love that about his style. It's super unique in that regard. And teaming up with a guy like Matt Sweeney, who's probably one of the most sought after studio guitarists right now, very well known for fronting Chavez, was the guitarist for Billy Corgan's short-lived project Zwan, and I actually got to see them at the Marquee when they did that tour. It was an interesting project, but it was a fun show. I thought a lot of the music was pretty solid, and just being able to see Matt Sweeney for the first time was a treat as well. Really dug that. But he's back to Iggy Pop. I mean, he's collaborated with a ton of people. Bonnie Prince Billy as well. I think he's put out 13 records, either solo records or collaborations, in the last 5 years. So both of these dudes are busy. Probably part of the reason why it took 16 years for this follow-up to come together, but I'm glad it's here. It's really just in the same vein of what they did before. And that's awesome because there's no one really making music the way these guys do. Bonnie Prince Billy definitely brings this folk style to the duo, while Sweeney, he's so dynamic. I mean, he can rip off like psychedelic riffs on songs on this album and on this project. Make Worry For Me, the opening track, is just a really good example of the harmony that these guys have going on. Like, their vocal harmony is great. Sweeney is just doing some amazing soloing and guitar work throughout this record. And I like him because he's one of those guitar players that he picks and chooses his notes very well and fills space in a lovely fashion. And I really like listening to him and his style for that reason. But he also can be on the opposite side at moments, and folky finger picking, and really just it's amazing to just watch the shift back and forth between what they're doing on this album. And it's great. That second track, Make Worry For Me, has this really dark, sinister riff. It's really a great opening track. Good to My Girls is the second song, and that's that character study style of lyric that Bonnie Prince Billy is delivering. It's sad and admirable. I mean, it's basically about a madam who talks about how she cares for her girls and the honesty that goes along with, feeding them and not getting their hopes up too high. Like, it almost brought a tear to my eye just how honest it is. And I think it's just a dope song in light of the current social landscape. I think that character studies are something that has gone by the wayside because there's this whole idea that we can't put ourselves in other people's shoes and talk about their experiences and relate to them in that way. And so I really dig Bonnie Prince Billy's writing style for that reason. He's one of those guys that lyrically, can convey that type of emotion and expression. He does it throughout this record extremely well. Hall of Death is this jaunty little banger. It's fourth track on the record. It follows God Is Waiting, which is a cool song, but I like the lyrics in that song. They're probably a little more honest than most people can deal with. If you're slightly religious, you might want to stay away with that. You might not dig Bonnie Prince Billy's perspective on the idea of God, but I dug it. I thought it was really cool. Hall of Death, though, is this cool little song that they developed with bass player Mike Colton, who was like just down the street. It was like this quick little session. They talk about it on the iTunes description of the album, where they developed this song in about an hour. It's just kind of one of those very organic things. So cool to see that there. Shorty's Arc is an incredible song that really highlights, I think, the unique dynamic between the folk and electric element. It's almost like if both Dylans came together and did their thing in '65. I mean, it really is. I mean, it might sound cheesy to some of you, but it really is kind of like what it reminds me of. "I'm Youth Inclined to Ramble" is another example of, just this. It's kind of like Simon and Garfunkel style ballad, but yeah, you get this electric element to it, and it works, and it's very unique. Again, it's something that you're not hearing a lot of artists do right now. And lyrically, I love the song "Resist the Urge." It's the 9th track on the album. Just a beautiful song about mourning, but the lyricist, the protagonist of the song, if you will, is telling the people that are mourning him once he's gone, like, hey, like, smile, remember me, be happy that I was here and that we had these experiences. And the last lyric is a refrain, like, I didn't die. I will, the people that have passed on live on in our memories, and that's important. And I really just like the sentiment of that song and the way it captures that. And then "You Can Regret What You Have Done" is "Not Fooling" is the album closer. And it's funny how it comes full circle. It definitely has this kind of like dark, sinister, foreboding melody to it. But it's a cool track, and I really like the idea of what is the lyric here that I find. It's "This is the end. I've shown you what I can do, and what I say, I can walk away. I'm not fooling you" is the last lyric on "Not Fooling You." So it's I like that these guys leave this open-ended. It's like, I'm not sure if there will be another collaboration based on that lyric, but I'm loving just the second go-around on this project. It's really nice to get a little more music from these two cats together collectively, and I'm giving this a big-time vinyl please. Really stoked about this project. Some of you have probably had a chance to listen to it already. I've listened to it probably like 4 or 5 times. It's a remarkable album. So if you haven't, jump on it. I hope you find this review helpful. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out the live show on Sundays, and we will see you next time on the Beat Sessions.